Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on In a Violent Nature, a slasher movie with a slightly different kind of killer. The deal is he just kind of like lives in the woods, and he kind of drifts in and out, walking at this very steady pace, very sinister, kind of quiet. In the woods, it's very peaceful. So they have these long shots of him just walking and walking and walking, and then eventually he just walks up on somebody and kills them. And people like turn around and go, "Oh my god!" And but he kind of creeps up on you. So, beyond that, it's looks pretty standard by the books, but it's got a nice look to it. So you got this kind of contrast of the nature, and I don't know, he's called like the Pines Wood Killer or something. He's got giant hooks. Here's a guy, he's just steadily walking towards him while he's struggling to get the gun to go off. And I think you know what happens next. Here's another scene where a woman is confronted by him, and then he just, here, I'll back it up a little bit. See, he just throws an axe, and I think it lands right in her head. And, somebody just walks around, and boom, he's there. He's just standing there. Super quiet. Written and directed by Chris Nash. Don't recognize the actors in the mix. It looks fine. I like, there's not much you could do with this genre, because it's pretty straightforward, right? First act, people go up into the woods, usually to have a good time, and then someone tells the story of the Pine Woods, whatever he is, and that guy will never come up here. It's not real. And then of course he is, and he slowly just comes upon his victims, and one by one he starts killing them. And I think they're taking it to another level here. It's not just like, Jason. They're trying to be more cinematic with it. They give him a very specific look. And then, you know what happens. So in the second act, he just starts killing people left and right. And then the third act, they turn the tables on him. Somebody figures out his deal. Maybe they trick him. One person tricks him, and he is killed, or he falls into a pit of darkness, and we don't see him until the next movie. I would see this. I'm not a huge slasher guy, but like here, he just is walking up, and then the girl finally hears his footsteps and then just starts screaming. And it's very sinister because he has this very sort of steady gait about him. No write-up. Shall we check the IMDb, doggy? Let's check it. Okay. Can you hang tight? There we go. Right, what the hell is this called? In a Violent Nature. There we go. I don't know why they call it In a Violent Nature. It should probably be called In a Violent Nature. An ambient horror slasher that methodically depicts an enigmatic resurrection, rampage, and retribution of an undead monster in a remote wilderness. So it was directed by Charlie Nash and written by Charlie Nash and Charlie Nash. It's obviously a mistake. I don't know what happened. So, yeah, I like, again, there's not much to do with it other than pile up the bodies and send the actors home one by one as you're shooting the damn thing. So, but it's that extra bit of cinematic mystique, I guess you could say, that would separate it a little bit. Shudder does some interesting stuff. I mean, it's a real limited subgenre, but at least they're trying to do something different with it. So if you're a fan of these movies, I think this would be top shelf. If you're not, I like horror, but I don't necessarily like these movies. But I would try it just because they went the extra mile. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. If you can find a more bass take, I say, take it. Today I'm at the Medford Historical Society's Country Day at Kirby's Mill from 12 to 4. So check me out there. And then check me out tonight at 11 p.m. on Channel 17. It's 11 p.m. I've been saying 11 a.m. all week. It's actually 11 p.m. And I will be on Channel 17's Weekend Filler. And then on Sunday, the same show will be on at 5 p.m. So don't miss it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.